Hi, Style Rebel. Welcome to today's style session break. So I am so excited to be here today. We are going to discuss something that is really on topic right now because I know there are many people, especially that are friends of mine and that are on this page and in my freestyle group that are in leadership positions in their business, within their company, but also in direct sales. So we're going to talk about style tips for you as a leader business that you own or within a company that you work for, or even if you're in direct sales. I know many people are in direct sales and have leadership positions. You have a team underneath you and they're looking up to you, right? So it's so important that we are presenting ourselves like the leader that we are, okay? And by the way, this can also be used for showing up like the boss mom that you are in your house. So if you are a stay-at-home mom and you don't work other than the kids, which right there is a huge job, you can use these tips as well. First, hello. It's Ginna Tassinelli, also known as the Style Rebel Mama. And if you are new to my page, I'm so happy that you're here. If you're watching this live or on the replay, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. If you've never seen me before, so I am not just an image consultant and personal stylist, but I'm also super passionate and obsessed with helping entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs and business women and moms on the go, and not just styling yourself, but doing it in a way that makes you feel confident and you do it with ease so that you can always align yourself, the way you get dressed, with who you are on the inside. So to me, that is number one. And so that is my passion, my obsession. And I do that with group coaching. I also do it with one-on-one style consultations, as well as personal branding. So I'm glad that if you hear something that resonates with you, please give me a hashtag sparkle. That lets me know something that I've said totally makes sense and is in line with how you think as well. And don't be shy to sprinkle this in your newsfeed because I'm sure that your girlfriends, especially those that are in business, could definitely use these tips. Why this is so important. Here's the thing. I saw a quote as I was planning for today's live. I saw a quote that really stood out to me that I wanted to read to you. And here's how it goes. Dress is a systematic means of transmission of information about the wearer. How profound is that? So think about it for a second. What this is saying is that how you dress, what you put on, is a way to transmit your message about you and what you do and what you have to offer to others that you come in contact with. And it's telling others a little background story about you before you even open your mouth, because we have about 7 seconds to make that first impression. So this is so important for somebody that is in a leadership position where people are looking up to you, they're following you, they're looking at everything that you do, and they're mirroring you, right? And so if you're looking to build a team, or even to, if you are a entrepreneur like myself, and you're looking, you need to represent your services, your products, you are your brand. People are going to pay attention to you first. So you want to make sure that how you're getting dressed, how you're putting yourself together is in a manner that is showing up, making you show up as the expert that you are, as the leader that you are, okay? So that's why what you wear really is so important and plays such an important role in creating that positive first impression. So how do you dress to create that positive first impression? I know this is a huge question. It's probably the main question that I get when I'm talking about this topic. So there's a few things to think about. You want to think about what kind of look are you going for? What kind of message are you trying to give? Who's your target audience? And I talked a lot about this in last week's live on here on this page, but also on my marketing page Get Hype Media. So you can go back and check that one out too. That's on Thursdays at 12:30. But you want to think about colors. That's super important as well. And you want to be seen as powerful, right? When you're in a position of leadership, or you're communicating to others that you are an expert in your field, in your industry, in your category, you want to give that impression, and clothing is the first way to do that. But in addition to clothing, it's also how well you groom yourself, your makeup, accessories, things like that. And we're not talking about any of this having to be super expensive either. It's just how you put it all together. I'll give you a little story. So I am in South Florida, and there is a woman, I'm not going to say her name because this is public and I don't want anyone to feel bad, but so I've been here in South Florida a very, very long time, 20 plus years. And there's a woman who is in a government position. So she is on the news, especially lately with the protests and with the pandemic. And every time I see her on camera, so this isn't just a one-time event, but every time I see her on camera, she has her makeup, which is great. She's dressed well, her hair is done, but her makeup is as if she's still stuck in the 80s. And not just that, but it looks like it's smeared under her eyes every single time she's on camera. So I'm hoping she doesn't have a professional makeup artist doing her makeup. Most likely she does not, but I really wish that someone would tell her in a nice way, because look, she's putting herself together. She's trying to be fashionable. She has a look, right? However, the impression that she's giving when she's on camera, especially to the public, is really not one of leadership or being an expert or somebody that I really care to pay attention to, because the way she's, portraying herself is as not as someone that's super put together. Her eyeliner is super thick on top and on the bottom, and it just is not making a really good impression. It's really difficult to pay attention to what she's saying. So she's distracting, and on top of that, she's not coming off as a leader because of that. So I know that may seem a little judgmental, and it's not about judging, but again, you're making first impressions as a leader, and you want people to listen to you, to pay attention to you, and to follow you. So that's something to think about, when you're getting dressed, especially if you are doing a presentation, or maybe now you are leaving your home and you're going to business appointments face-to-face, or, I know there's probably not many conferences happening right now, but if you're going to get back on stage, you want to make sure that you're not distracting, and you're dressed in a way that's presenting yourself as a leader. So that's something to really think about. So I want to give you 6 style tips that are going to help you to give that leadership impression to your audience, to your team members, anybody that you want to know that you are the boss, you're the one in charge, and you want them to follow you. So number 1 is you want to go for balance between being attractive and being powerful. And first of all, when you come off powerful, that's already attractive. So you don't need to show tons of skin, especially if you're going to be, in a business meeting or going on stage or doing a Zoom call where you're presenting. You want to be dressed appropriately. Now, I'm not saying you don't want to dress fashionably, but you want to be dressed appropriately. So you can achieve this balance by using the right colors, by your hair being shiny and vibrant, by doing your makeup flawlessly, by speaking well with the clothes that you're wearing, your accessories, and how you put it all together without being super sexy. Just having all of this put together perfectly comes off attractively, okay? Number 2 is you want to be fashionable, not trendy. First of all, being trendy costs a lot of money. I used to be one of those that would run after trends nonstop. And you know why I would run after trends? Because I wasn't comfortable in my own body. I wasn't comfortable with my own style. I didn't really know what my style was yet. And that's something that I take you through in the Style Vibe Tribe community. If you want to know more about that, just say waitlist and I'll make sure to give you more info. But we are going to be on our second launch of it. I'm so excited about it, coming up soon. And that is part of the program, is you learn how to stay away from trends. Maybe you have trends that you want to incorporate into your style permanently, but you don't want to constantly be running after trends. You'll end up with lots of clothes that you'll use just a few times because trends go in and out of style. So you want to use trends that actually you can incorporate in your style as part of you. By the way, guys, it's actually going to be part of my personal branding and style program. It's going to be a part of it, but it can also be a standalone program if you'd rather just be in the style part of it as well. So yeah, so say waitlist if you want to get more info about that when it's all ready to go. So again, you can be fashionable really by just knowing what your style is. Okay, so and I'll talk about how to get you there in a few moments without the overwhelm. Number 3 is think about color. So this is whole psychology around color. And also part of the Style Vibe Tribe is learning how to create your unique color palette, which is amazing. Once you know what colors go with your skin tone, you use those same colors when you go to color your hair, when you go shopping for new clothes, when you're buying makeup, when you're putting your branding images together, and photo shoots, things like that. So knowing how to create a unique color palette is super important. But when we're talking about leadership and colors to wear in front of an audience or on Zoom or, you know, in a face-to-face business meeting, presenting something, colors can go a long way. So I'm going to share with you a few colors, actually more than a few. There's about 10. And the psychology behind them. And I'd love to hear which one of these is your favorite or which one you wear most of, okay? So blue. Blue describes someone that is loyal, stable, and tranquil. So if you're looking to give a presentation, but maybe you don't want to overwhelm, and maybe you're looking to ease people into some sort of mindset. So this is great for mindset coaches, even like therapists. Blue, it's color, and it gives off to the other person that you're more tranquil and relaxed. Color is so important. Fashion and branding, love that you include this. Oh, thank you. Red. So red shows passion, aggressiveness, and intensity, which is not all bad, okay? So if you want to show up as a woman that is dominant and powerful in what you're talking about, wear red. Wear a red blazer. I love red blazers. Tabby has a fabulous one. I don't know if it's still in season. I doubt it is. But anyways, find yourself a red blazer because I'm telling you, it works. Yellow is for happiness, optimism, and youth, which is one of my favorite colors, honestly, for especially spring and summer. It just makes me happy. Green comes off as healing, success, and hope. Black is power, mystery, and professional. So that's why you see a lot of, you know, that typical power suit, it's black or navy or those darker colors. However, I do want to say when it comes to leadership, you don't have, it doesn't mean that you have to be in that typical black suit or pencil skirt and jacket. Okay, you really want to work within your own lifestyle and your personality when you're putting your fashion together. Purple, which as you guys know is one of the Style Rebel Mama colors because I absolutely love it, means spirituality and luxury. Brown is natural and reliability, which makes sense because it's a neutral color, right? Orange, energy, fun, and warm. One of my other favorite colors, more like coral, but it's right along that same tone. White is for purity, cleanliness, and innocence. And gray is neutral, practical, and quiet. So tell me, what did you think about those colors, and which ones of those do you typically go after when you are getting dressed? Is it, and it can be a combination of these, is it blue, red, yellow, green, purple, brown, orange, white, or gray? I'd love to know. So let me know down below. Okay, number 4 is going back to our style tips for showing up as a leader. So I know I've been to many presentations and business meetings where I wasn't the leader. I was, a participant or there as a spectator. And the person that was speaking to our group was just totally out of line with the way she was dressed. So she wasn't very relatable. So you also want to think about who you're going to be talking to, who you're going to be presenting, who you're going to be speaking in front of, and you want to mimic the audience. Now, of course, you want to be comfortable, you want to feel like yourself, because you need to, so you're not uncomfortable. But you don't want to seem like you're just way too far out there for them to really be relatable either. So there was actually, in one of the conferences that I attended for Premier Designs Jewelry, because I'm also a representative, a stylist for them, Christy Wright, she's an author. She's absolutely amazing. She's on Dave Ramsey's team. And I bought her book called The Business Boutique, I think is what it's called. But she came on stage, and I was so excited to see her. She came on stage with jeans and blazer and these pumps, and she totally matched our jewelry stylist audience. So again, you want to think about the audience that you're going to be speaking in front of. That way you can be more relatable as well. Number 5 is adapt for day and night. So this is, I know, a little bit hard right now because we're not out and about like we used to be, but when we do get back to whatever that new normal is going to be like, when we get to that point, I remember many times being out for meetings all day long and then not having the ability to come back home and change because I was either going to meet my hubby somewhere or do something else afterwards. So having the ability to just quickly change from like flats to heels, or maybe have an extra set of jewelry in your purse so that you can use the same outfit that you used for daytime and repurpose it for nighttime, really works well. That way you don't have so much stress over trying to figure out what you're going to wear that day, and oh, I got to go home and change, and then you may not put the right outfit on for whatever that next event may be. So just planning things out ahead of time that way, so you're aware that, okay, I'm going to dress for day, but this is also going to work for night if I only change out my shoes or my bag or my accessories, and it's super simple that way. And then number 6 is you want to project you all the time, not somebody else. You don't want to fake it. You don't want to pretend that you're somebody that you're not. So if you feel good in your clothes, you're going to feel more confident and you're going to feel more relaxed in how you're expressing yourself and the message that you're putting out there. So some other quick fashion tips that I want to give you when you are styling yourself for that leadership position, or just to show your kids who's the boss. Okay, number 1, you don't want to get into a fashion rut. And you know how this happens? We feel like we have nothing to wear, even though it's packed with clothes, right? So here's how to get rid of that. You need to do a closet cleanup. It is a must. You need to declutter at least twice a year. You have to, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I used to do this a lot more often than I do now because I've learned how to control myself and I know what my style is. But you might see something on sale and then buy it just because it's there for a good price, put it in your closet, forget about it, it's still got tags on it, and never wear it. And if you keep doing that over and over again, it becomes this vicious cycle and you end up with a closet full of nothing to wear. Or maybe you've lost tons of weight, or maybe you've gained some weight and you still have clothes in your closet that you're not wearing because it doesn't fit. That's going to add clutter, and it's going to give you that fashion rut feeling. You're going to feel stuck. So it's best to inventory on what to keep, what not to keep. You know, ask yourself some tough questions for each of those pieces in your closet that you're not wearing. Decide to donate them or store them away somewhere else. If you're kind of like iffy about something, ask yourself 3 different ways that you can style it. And if you can't think of those 3 ways, it's time to get rid of it. And then make sure that you have a closet that has enough basics, because you can really do a lot with mix and matching basics and by just adding accessories. This is also actually like the middle part or so of the Style Vibe Tribe membership program. Is we learn how to declutter our closet, organize by color, by the way. Number 2 is, if you're not used to a leadership role, or, you know, and maybe you're still not in that leadership role, but that's what you're aspiring to, and it might stress you out, the clothing part of it, dressing like a leader might stress you out. Don't let it stress you out. Ease into it slowly but surely. And the way you can do that is by start to incorporate blazers. Start incorporating them into your current wardrobe. So I love wearing, because I can sleep in jeans, I love wearing a white blazer with a cool graphic tee underneath and jeans and some pumps. Like, that is such a fun outfit to go out in, but it's also a great outfit to have, like, you know, if you're having a casual business lunch with maybe somebody that you already have done business with, you know, pretty well, that's an okay outfit. A blazer is what does it. It gives that extra powerful look. So ease into that leadership wardrobe by incorporating blazers, maybe the way, you know, the accessories, maybe you want to do more bold accessories. Number 3 is, don't forget about your footwear. So heels go a long way, and you can have so much fun with heels, color heels, printed heels, or just, you know, stick to the neutrals. Don't go all crazy depending on how your outfit is. But heels will definitely help with giving you that leadership position or look. You look taller and thinner and leaner. You just stand, you know, more confidently. But definitely, if you're not used to heels, I know some people, because of your feet, you may not be able to wear heels, but there's also some great flats out there, and even wedges that look very professional and not as casual, that you can really get away with. And then number 4 are clothing hacks, okay? So there's tons of clothing hacks used to give you that leadership look. And one of my favorite ones, which I already mentioned, is the blazer look, okay? Also belts for your like oversized tops or dresses look really nice as well. So those are just, you know, a couple examples. And also jewelry will do it as well. So your accessories can really go, and to make you feel more comfortable, as if you have that leadership wardrobe and you've got it going on and people know that you're the boss. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And again, if you're watching on the replay, make sure to ask questions, make any comments, because I will come back and say hello. So have a fabulous rest of the day. I'm so happy that you guys were on, and I will see you if you want to join me over on Get Hype Media page at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm doing a live marketing and branding training there, but I'll be back here on this page next Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? Bye, ladies. Have a great day.